We're landing over.
Sure is leaving in a big hurry. If they identify us, we're in big trouble. Look at him, he's heading for that small moon.
That's no moon.
Angel loud and clear, Darkstar, but you can't land without a password.
I have a bad feeling about this. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this.
Very bad feeling about this.
I got a bad feeling about this.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Who's the more foolish, the fool or the fool who follows it?
Always with you what cannot be done. Leave nothing that I say. You must unlearn what you have learned.
Alright, I'll give it a try.
No. Try not. Do. Or do not. There is no try.
Oh, right, the password. Oh, I mean, this is DJ Darkstar. My password code is 3263827. Over.
Back door, huh? Good idea.
Get in there, you big dummy! I don't care what you smell!
All right. Darkstar, you are cleared for landing. Please make way to Gate 7. Oh, totally righteous. DJ Darkstar is coming in for our landing on Gate 7 out.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to gather up all of your friends and join Jessika Darkstar for the Rogue DJ's Incidental Madness. New intel suggests the party has begun, leaving you limited amount of time to infiltrate your friends list and invite them here to play with all of us. To save time, you can pull them in by their ears, directing them to darkstarradio.com. As always, should you or any member of your team be caught or killed, the Rogue DJ will disavow any knowledge of your action. This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Good luck, anonymous addicts.
Hello. It would help if my microphone was in front of my face. Hello, everyone. I am here, I'm alive, and I am ready for this talk show. Are you ready? I'm still waiting for my co-stars. I've got Harlow and CJ coming to join me on the show. I decided to do some kind of intro before I started this thing. Currently ringing over to them right now, see if they answer. If they don't answer, they'll have to, call me. Hello! Hello, CJ! I'm gonna put you on the mic soon. So guys, are you ready for Aimless Banter? I think we are, so let me switch my microphone, give me a second. Here we are. Can you hear?
Hey, Ness.
Let's see. Hello, Harlow. Let's see. This will work. I forgot if it's line 1 or 2.
Hey, Siege, what's up?
I am well. Can you hear me all right?
I can.
Yep, it's working. Okay, I gotta hit.
Yay!
Woo!
So, CJ, first show on Darkstar Radio. How'd you like it?
Yes.
Even though
it was
some technical difficulties.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was partly my fault. The Wi-Fi that I have to use isn't the best, so.
That's probably one of.
I'm surprised we got it off the ground at all.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. But it was an experience, right? So.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. And I loved it.
Is Harlow here still?
I'm still here. I'm still here. Hello out there. Hi, Siege. Hey, Nebbies. She gets a different name every day.
Yes, she changes my name every day.
Makes it more fun.
Life, my display name is Nebula Darkstar. But I'm called the Rogue DJ Jessika Darkstar in real life, so... But I look like Nebula in the game, so that's why I called Nebula.
Yep.
I actually met Nebula, or the girl that played Nebula in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
Nice.
Yeah, she's super tall though, because I'm super short.
Well, yeah.
But that was cool. Yeah.
So Harlow's in a band on Second Life, and CJ's in a band in real life.
Yes, I am.
Is Harlow there?
I think we lost Harlow. Gone the way of Gene Harlow.
But yeah, I really enjoyed your set. From what I could hear of it, I kept having the stream because it kept taking over. I guess you lost connection or something with the internet.
Yeah, it probably was. Yeah. Next month, I'm gonna get Comcast back, so I'll be able to do it from my own confines. That way, I don't have to travel.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Alright, you need to get me off video because I'm naked. Seriously. It's freaking... I'm in Southern California. It's freaking hot. I just got home and I'm naked, and I really don't think you need to see that.
You have to turn your video
Goodness
off.
Gracious, and I missed...
Look now, you're listening.
I don't
You're
even
think
have
I'm a
video.
I
I don't even have the video on, so...
Oh, God.
That's on your end, silly girl.
I don't know how to get rid of it. Oh, my God. Help!
Well, there should be a camera.
There is. I'm hiding and I'm ducking.
It should have a cross hash over it to turn it off. There you go.
My God, I saw myself and I jumped in the corner. I'm going to go like, oh my God, they're going to get too much boobage.
So Harlow's in California, as you can tell, and CJ's in Arizona, and I'm in
right next door.
Yeah. Wow. Gosh. Talk about almost having heart attack.
No worries, the viewers can't see the video, they only hear us talking. This is Aimless Banter, guys. What does that mean? It means I invite you to the conversation, and you can talk about whatever the fuck you want.
Okay, well, let's rock this.
Yeah, this is awesome. So
I love it.
So Harlow's going to talk about her band in Second Life, because that's what she does in Second Life. I run a club in Second Life, and I run Darkstar Radio in real life. So Darkstar Radio is a dual platform radio station.
So I was fortunate enough to meet Jessika in Second Life. We were introduced by a mutual DJ friend, and she hired me, my band, Black Velvet, to play at her club. And we do a lot of metal. We've done everything from Emily Autumn to we're doing Nightwish, our next show. And it's a lot of fun for those of you who haven't been in Second Life. You got to come in and have some fun with us. We'll show you about what to do. Probably get you in a lot of trouble too. So,
sure. You could. The concerts are happening on the Mars venue here at Club Darkstar, which is the headquarters for Darkstar Radio. So if you ever want to hear Darkstar Radio and you're in Second Life, all you have to do is hang out here. And it's a voice sim. That means you can talk on voice in the club if you like. We don't monitor it. We don't moderate it. It's an adult sim, so you can swear or whatever. You can talk about sex. I don't care. But if you're gonna do some sex things, make sure there's no no itty bitties around.
No bits. No bits.
You can talk about sex, but I don't want you to have sex in here, okay?
Okay. You can talk dirty, but you can't show your bits. Is that what you're saying?
You can show your bits. I just don't want to see... I don't want to see people like bunnies in here. I don't want them to be like, oh, I'm sucking on your cock or whatever. Or
come on.
However that role play stuff goes.
Right.
I don't want role play. You could talk dirty. You could swear. I don't care. You can talk about being a dominant or submissive or whatever the hell you're into. I'm asexual, so I really don't like the sex talk, but you could talk about it. I don't care. CJ, are you there?
Yes. Yeah, I'm here.
Have you ever played Secondlife?
No, I haven't.
Damn!
CJ, you gotta come in, dude. You will have a blast.
I've been here since 2008 and you've never played. Oh.
Yeah, I haven't. I just don't have the time anymore. You know, I'm always working and I'm always doing stuff with my brother, and we're always busy. So I actually took time out to do my show today. So I'm always busy. So and when I'm done with the show today, with you guys, you know, I'm actually going to go see a movie. Ooh, and then go pick up a Echo in the Canyon. It's about the singer-songwriter stuff happening out in LA back in the 60s and 70s. It's a really cool documentary, I've heard. So we're going to go out and see it in the theaters and get some knowledge dropped on us.
Everything happens in LA. Everything happens in LA. Yeah. Generally, puff, puff, pass.
Exactly. Speaking of which, 420 is coming up, and or actually just came up, and I am without at the moment, so I will have to delay my little partaking until later.
It's illegal in Arizona.
It's legal if you have the card, and that's all I'll say about that. Yeah, but we're trying to get it. We tried to pass it a couple of years ago, and it didn't pass because there are too many things attached to it. Because these bills are always attached to other things. It's not just, you know, boom, marijuana's passed. There's other things in it, like stuff for education and stuff for the stupid politicians and stuff like that. But yeah, it's not legal here yet. We're gonna I think they're gonna put it back on the ballot for next year's election, and see where it goes from there.
That's why I see
hopefully.
That's why I see so many Arizona plates in California.
Yep. And likewise, we see plenty of Cali plates here. I work in drive-thru, and I see California plates all the time.
And you're in Tucson, right?
Yeah, I'm in Tucson, yeah. For the time being.
I used to be there. Well, that was like 2009, 2010. I was at Huachuca, which was a bit south of there.
Yeah, it's more towards Sierra Vista, which is about an hour away from Tucson.
But every time I had to go to the main hospital, I had to go to Tucson.
Yep, you had to go to the crappy VA hospital down on the side.
Space.
Oh yeah, Monthon, yeah. Yeah, I get a lot of customers from the base up here. You know, we get some that live up here. A lot of them come through my drive-thru and get food. It's pretty cool. I haven't been on the base yet because obviously I'm a civvy, so I'll maybe one day.
Is that close to Area 51 by any chance?
I have no idea, but it's the Air Force Base is where the dead airplanes go. So there's a lot. The airplane graveyard is right there in Tucson.
Yeah, Yeah, I love the graveyard. Tom Petty actually filmed one of his videos there.
Wow.
Yeah, which one was it? Learning to Fly, and they're all hanging around all these busted planes and stuff. It's a pretty cool sight.
Where the aliens go to die.
Aww.
Exactly, yeah.
Poor.
And we're paying for it.
It's kind of like the elephants, but it's with airplanes.
Yeah.
Except those are still working, and they still make in case, World War III happens. Because Trump's an idiot.
Let's not go there. I don't live in Trump country. I don't know about you.
I don't either. I want to pretend he doesn't exist.
Same here. Amen.
Amen to that. And so and Nightmare would say the same thing. We're all anti-racist orange Hitler.
Right. This is a funny story. So I'm at work real life, and I'm going to a client's house, and I'm coming up my client's walkway, and I turn to the right to go to the doorway, and there's this 6-foot person figure standing there. I go, woo! Jump like a girl, right?
Yeah.
And I look over, I'm like, oh my God, who is it? Who is it? And it's a 6-foot figure of Trump. Now, I didn't know it was Trump, but one of my clients at his, why he had that, I have no freaking idea. Talk about almost scaring the bejeebies out of me. Yeah, that's just shouldn't happen in the real world. You know what I'm saying?
Do you remember the Trump rat floats? The blow-up rats with that make fun of Trump, and then there's the Trump baby, and then there's there was like this huge epidemic with rats that look like Trump. And they had it up by the White House.
Oh my God!
And Trump is like, get that shit out of here.
Oh my God.
I was like, boycotting you, man. To the man.
Right?
Too bad.
I think it damaged me. I think it totally damaged me.
Was it a statue or was it a blow-up?
It was cardboard. No, it was a 6-foot cardboard thing. So when you came around the corner, I mean, you're just la 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 coming around the corner, and you're and you scream. It was a cardboard 6-foot thing. It was like crazy. I hope he didn't go to a fundraiser and get that. That would be even scarier.
Yeah.
Oh,
creepy man on the planet. The creepiest guy on the planet right now, I think.
And I am the second creepiest man on the planet.
You are not creepy. Okay, he's disturbed.
All right, maybe
shouldn't be alive. How about that?
Yeah, that works.
And Sarah keeps coming to me, and she's like wagging her tail, putting her head in my face. She's like, pet me. All because I'm talking, because I haven't been talking for a few hours because I've been working on editing a video. I'm doing an opening sequence for my video class, editing class or whatever. I'm trying to finish this so I can finish my animation, which I'm creating a character. I showed CJ, and I think I tried to show Harlow. I'm not sure if she saw it, but
I don't know what that was. You sent me an empty chair,
and well, yeah, I did. I built that too. I also built a human. I have shoes, a pants, and a sweater. I'm working on the hands, and then I have to build the head. But right now, since I have this assignment due right for this week, I'm working on the opening sequence for my editing class, which basically is the first assignment that I ever turned in, which was editing some dumpster whatever activity and adding like a sequence of. Okay, so I added Darkstar Productions.
Hey, that sounds pretty cool.
Seraphim film. Director Jessika Darkstar, starring a dumpster truck.
Wow. Hey, when you get like
bulldozer
super
and
rockin'
some
out there.
excavators. And then it says at the title is Joe's Construction Cruisers.
Oh my God. Listen, if you want to do a hot, sexy rock band, maybe you can film us for a project for school. Film us.
Mm-hmm.
Do a video on us.
I gotta figure out how to do the video in SL though.
Okay.
Well, that I would be making lots of videos in SL because I really like SL. But like me and my friend Al, we're gonna make videos in SL, but he disappeared from SL. I don't know where he went. He's in Newfoundland, Canada, so God knows what he's doing.
You know those new fees. Can you even understand him?
Yeah,
hey?
because he's from
Can you
here.
understand him?
Yes, because he's from here.
Oh, okay. Because you know this.
To Canada to be with his girlfriend, and so he can smoke weed in there because it was legal there.
Oh, wow. Well, there you go. Yeah.
Legal there. You know, they don't arrest him and throw him in jail for smoking weeds back then. So when he moved there, and now they really don't care because it's legal. The whole country, it's legal. Come on, guys. Come on, United States.
There's not enough.
Get on the bandwagon, guys.
There's not enough pot to make me move to Canada. Seriously, it's too freaking cold there.
Same here.
Too
I'll
freaking
keep my
cold.
desert.
I'd rather move to California than Canada, but you know.
But Arizona's cheaper.
I know, but there's no.
Yeah. But you can't get Californicated unless you come to California. So
that is true.
You need to come here.
I'm also, getting my degree in animation and VFX, and mainly the jobs are either Florida or California. So most likely I'll end up in Cali eventually.
That would be fun. Then then we could all meet like in Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Right?
I'm actually thinking of moving up to Phoenix from Tucson.
Yeah.
Because I'm dealing with a
Phoenix.
I'm dealing with a legal issue, and I got to get out of town. So
Oh Lord. It must be.
Yeah, and that's all I can say about that.
It's not a copyright one, is it?
A what?
A copyright one?
No.
Okay. Because you were talking about that earlier, so when you were doing your show, so I was like, is he, because he can't do the live stuff because he has a copyright issue with the Beatles because you're a cover band?
No, it's not that. It's with an ex-girlfriend, and that's all I can really say about that.
Ex-girl.
Okay, reading between the lines, he smacked her around and
no, nothing like that. Nothing like that.
No, definitely not
all right.
like that. He's not.
Okay.
I told.
I noticed.
Fuck that Me Too movement, right?
I've known CJ since high school.
Yeah, and we've been talking about the quote unquote situation, or the what is that person calling it? The duel.
Yes.
she's calling it a duel, and I'm like, why? Or not a duel, a feud. I knew it was a feud. That's what she's calling
a duel
it.
is when you're pointing guns at each other and ready to blow it off.
It was almost at that kind of point. We're definitely at a standoff, that's for sure. Mm-hmm. And since we're 60 miles from Mexico, it might as well be a Mexican standoff.
Oh my God. Tucson's that close to the Mexican border? I didn't realize that.
We are an hour from the border. We are definitely a border town.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Near Mexico? Mexico? Which border?
Yeah, the Mexican border.
Because Sierra Vista is like literally minutes away, and that's where I was stationed at Fort Huachuca.
Yeah.
It was literally like, the base was on the, like, the people would come over the border through the base, and then we'd have to be escorted. If we saw people, we were supposed to run away, because usually it was the cartel.
A good idea to run from the cartel.
When my sergeants were out, just outside the base in a very scenic area, they parked his jeep. His jeep got shot up by the cartel, and one of my classmates died.
Oh no,
that's horrible.
So even though there's a military base, it doesn't save you from that kind of stuff, because there really isn't a wall on the side of, there really isn't a wall. It's just land.
Yeah, and it's like a
wall,
it's a see-through fence.
Yeah. So it wouldn't even protect us if there was a wall like Trump wants to put up. I'm like, yeah, they'll just find it. Do you remember the Underground Railroad, you dumbass?
Yeah.
Right? It's like, the Underground Railroad happened in history. You want to repeat that?
Well, technically, they didn't go underground for that, but yeah, I get what you mean.
They did for some places, yes. In houses, there was actually.
Oh yeah.
Underground, like they'd walk on, like there'd be like, I don't know.
There'd be tunnels to like the back hut and whatnot. Yeah.
So they can create tunnels under the stupid wall he wants to build. I mean, it's not going to do.
They already are. I keep seeing on the news that there are so many, tunnels that are found in Nogales, and it's crazy. I can't believe it.
I say have the aliens just patrol the border, and that would take care of the problem.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Hey man, where are you going with that?
Right. I think they could do, they got all that stealth thing, and they can hide themselves, and I think they could help out in the border. Put those aliens to work. They just been siphoning off us.
People will be all right.
The aliens probably think we're an inferior species because we're worried about borders and things like that.
Exactly. That's why they end up,
borders. There shouldn't be borders. There shouldn't be passports and keeping us trapped in our country. We can't leave the country without getting in trouble unless we have a passport. And they ask so many very confusing questions when you try to fill out that passport thing. That's why I haven't got one.
I can't afford mine.
Here's my question.
You're like a card, though, just to go to Mexico.
$300 to get a passport. That's stupid.
No, it isn't.
No way. It's $65.
That much.
$65.
It's like between like 30 and 60 to get like the card if you just want to go to Canada or Mexico. But like for a full-blown passport, it's like $140.
Mm-hmm.
No, please. Okay, here's my question.
A passport, it's like $300.
You don't need a rush. Okay, here's my question.
Unless you were going to do dual citizenship.
Oh, God. Don't even get me started.
I'm getting dual citizenship in Ireland. 1 second. Once my dad gets the dual citizenship. Once he gets it, then I'm getting it.
Cool.
So do you think if there were no borders in our world that everybody would move to the United States? That's my question.
Nope. Not at all.
Then what are they so frickin' afraid of?
I have no idea.
It's George Carlin always it's all bullshit.
The whole thing about America is it's supposed to be a free country. But if you go out to other places outside of the US, you'll notice that there's other countries that are way better than America with the whole free country thing. Like the dreams a come true country. No, if you go somewhere else, they actually help you make your dreams come true, and they don't charge you for medical care, which is what is killing us right now, is the medical system and how it is and how it's run here in America. And now they're forcing us to have insurance or whatever, and lucky for me, I don't have to pay for mine because I got the VA and I'm not buying any insurance, so there's my middle finger.
Well, there you go. Well, I was just curious.
Stick it to the man.
Stick it to the man.
Right.
I mean, if I go to England and I break a bone, guess what? They don't charge me to go to the hospital there.
Yeah, because they got the national health system, and that's actually a lot better than what we got now, that's for sure.
Yeah, and the one that they're trying to make here is similar to that one. At least Bernie Sanders was when he was trying to be president. That's what... And they're like, it's socialism! I'm like... We're in a dictatorship and you don't realize it. It's
Sarah!
capitalism. Yes, Sarah's saying hello! She's the mascot of Darkstar Radio, my baby girl.
She's howling. She be howling at us.
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of music? What kind of music does your dog like? I'm curious.
Well, she listens to whatever I listen to, so she likes a lot of different kinds of music. I mean, I was listening to it. CJ was playing, and I like the Beatles, like anyone else, and I like all the music that he played today, and I especially liked his band of music that he played.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed the show. So
it's okay. I recorded it, so I'm gonna put it up on Mixcloud this weekend.
Oh, good.
That way, everyone can listen to it.
Mm-hmm. And then
awesome.
You could say, "Hey, look it! There's more of me at Darkstar Radio every Thursday," and that's how you get more people to come listen to you live.
Yep.
And Instagram works really well for that, to get people to come to listen. Even if they, like, I swear I get a lot of likes because of the tagging system. I don't know if you know how to use the tagging system. I haven't.
Yeah, I do.
And variety of tags gets you seen more by different people as long as your profile is public. If your profile is not public, that won't work.
Yep. That is true.
Yes, so I was taught this when I was at the Art Institute, but I'm trying to figure out what I can do so that other people can use a program and be able to post on Instagram, but I can't remember what the program's called. I know they had it, they told me about it, but I don't remember it. It wasn't a specific class, it was just a lecture. So I'm like, the shit was that program? So you can
That's why you have to record the lectures on your phone.
Yeah, you were probably snoozing through the class, right?
It wasn't a class, it was a lecture, a guest lecturer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I miss those days when I could go to school and sit at a desk and have a teacher talk over my shoulder and help me with stuff.
People don't do that anymore.
I'm online now. There's no teacher near me. They're in California with you.
Well, I graduated in 2000. and back in the old days, we sat at those horrible desks.
You know what? When I started college...
those were the days.
When I started college in 2006, it was mail-in correspondence. There wasn't any online, and I was in the army, and it was difficult. I kept going to the field, and mailing in the shit was the hardest thing I could do, and I was like, I'm done. Stopped it for a while. Then once online started mainstreaming, I went to law school for a while. Then I was like, I don't want to do law anymore. And I went to psychology for a while.
Oh my God.
Back to law, and now guess where I'm at? Animation. And CJ's known me since high school, so he knew I was into animation when I was in high school.
Yep.
I think that's much more a worthy profession.
It may not pay much, but damn, you feel a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You can be an influencer.
Yep, I'm an influencer. I mean, 200,000 people like to tune into Darkstar Radio somehow, some way. They use some kind of app, they listen directly on the stream, or they listen on darkstarradio.com. There's multiple of ways they can listen in, and I've finally starting to get sponsors after 5 freaking years of running this station. Finally! Hey guys, join my Patreon and help me. You can donate $1 a month, and I'd be happy as long as, there's more than one member. Right now I got one member who donates $1 a month.
Hey, well, you got to start somewhere.
Tried to do it.
Yeah.
She hasn't done it since. Or she tried to do it, but the stupid Patreon wasn't cooperating with whatever card she had, and she's like, I'm done, I'm giving up, and then she forgot all about it. I was like, great, I'm sucky.
Wow, can you imagine if all 200,000 listeners donated
$1? I would be set in it. I would not have to worry about work anymore, and I could concentrate on the radio and my education.
Well, there you go.
And then, I could have a YouTube channel, because that's what I want to do. Make a YouTube channel, producing content for the YouTube channel, and it'll all lead back to Darkstar Radio, of course, because Darkstar Radio is my baby. That's why I said $1 a month isn't a lot of money, but if I have 200,000 people donating that dollar, then it is a lot of money.
So how much does it cost actually to run a YouTube content thing? Is it quite pricey?
What do you mean?
Well, isn't that what...
a lot of time. That's why.
It's time.
Yes, first you got to film what you want to post. Then you got to edit what you want to post. Then you got to add music and other things, and it's a lot of work. And if I'm animating it, it's way more work than that. So,
isn't there some people that make their livings like they're
yes,
like they're Beavis,
millionaires
like they're
on YouTube?
Yeah, they're like Beavis and Butthead of this generation who do that, and they make a lot of money.
CJ's like, oh yeah, I
money.
Whoa!
You're really good at
Shut up, Beavis.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. And yes, there's multi-millionaires on YouTube, which if any of you YouTube influencers want to be on Aimless Banter, you're welcome to join us on the show, and authors as well. Actually, I have 2 authors in my box on LinkedIn trying to be on the show, so we'll see how that goes. One is an author who wrote something because something traumatized her in her life and she survived it, and the other author, I'm not sure what he wrote, but we'll see. And then I have an author that was supposed to be on the show a year or so ago, but school and chaos and work and just didn't happen, so I'm waiting for that author to contact me again so they could actually be on the show this time. Which that author who's supposed to be on the show is called Douglas Robinson. He wrote the Silently Comes the Night series, which is published by Without Love Nothing Changes, a Christian publishing company, and it's a vampire book.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. I was like, what? A Christian company published a vampire book. That's very open.
That's a real fang banger right there. Yeah.
Woohoo!
All I was thinking about was the church in forgot what it's called. True Blood. It's also the Dead as a Doornail book series. Dead as a Doornail, meaning I read these books way before that became a TV show on HBO. So,
does HBO even exist anymore? I thought Netflix.
Yeah, it does.
Yes, it
I thought Netflix, bottom out or
Game
something.
of Thrones. Yes, Game of Thrones. I love Game of Thrones. And
HBO is so come on, guys.
I prefer Stars, to be honest. That's American Gods. Have you seen American Gods?
No.
What?
I don't have HBO. I don't have cable.
It's Stars, but
he cut the cord.
I can't cut the cord because Dad made me get HBO and whatever and all these channels, and now he doesn't live with me, but I still stuck with it. And then the year came up and I was like, I can't live without my Game of Thrones and my American Gods, so here I am with cable. And
I just don't have time anymore.
If I just cut the cable and I just have internet, it's not worth it. Literally, I'm only saving $20 if I cut the cable, it feels like. Or like maybe $40. Yeah, I'm saving $40 if I cut the cable. What's the point in that? No, I'm keeping the cable.
It's the principle. The man has enslaved us.
Yeah.
It's the principle.
Well,
that's all it is.
Saving $40 is not worth it. If it was $100, then yeah. But I'm paying $200 for cable, and I'm only saving $40 if I cut cable. No, not happening.
Wait a minute.
Exactly. Internet is $160 by itself.
No way! I paid $45 for internet. Come on, girl.
$160 for the internet alone, and
where are you in Mozambique? What the hell? Where?
You forget she has a website and whatnot to run.
I have to.
She needs the bandwidth.
I need the fastest internet possible, and it's so I have internet, a telephone, and cable, and that's cheaper than just internet. I'm not going to spend $160 on internet and not have cable.
Right.
If it's only $40.
Wow. What kind of bandwidth are you getting for that?
I don't know. The top one Comcast has to offer.
Well, I don't know. I'm cheap.
And in Arizona, you have Cox cable, right?
Yes, we do, and we also have Comcast. And
what?
Yeah, we got Comcast out here.
Sierra Vista, there was no Comcast. It was all Cox.
Well, yeah, Cox was different, but it's all the same. It's like you pay a bunch of money for what you need, and they'll rip you off, and it never works. At least from what I hear with Cox. But I never had any issues with Comcast at all over the years. At all.
I never had issues except with them raising the fucking price every fucking time.
Well, that's true too. They always try to do that. They did that to me last year, and I said, "Oh hell no!"
Mm-hmm. I hate dealing with this shit, you assholes. It's like, how dare you raise the price? When I was in Georgia, it was a lot cheaper. What the fuck is this shit? I come to Chicago, and now it's $200 a month.
My bandmate, Rhonda, our singer of her band, she lives in Georgia, and they charge her a fortune, and her internet is not that reliable out there. They charge like almost $200 because she's kind of she's not like in Atlanta. She's kind of in a more rural area, and yeah, just crazy. It's just crazy.
It's ridiculous how much people pay for internet. It's like, you want the fastest speed, and then they're trying to, that net neutrality thing. It's still going on. We're still fighting to keep the net neutral because, they're going to raise the price for using the internet. That's stupid.
Yeah, it is. I can't stand it.
It's like...
Who came up with that idea? Mitch McConnell? Who came up with that idea?
I don't know.
I just want to know.
Seriously,
might as well have been.
Keep it neutral, so I'm thinking it's Republicans. I don't know. It's ridiculous.
Well, they know not what they do.
They want to charge you for everything you do on the internet, so they can raise the prices. So if you have an online business like I do, and you run everything online, they will charge you for having that internet, even though you're paying a bucket load to keep it open, and the domains, the SEOs, the everything else. So they just want to charge you for internet usage, and that's stupid. And how you use your internet, even though you're supposed to have a certain amount of internet allotted to you, which is unlimited, which I paid for. Why the hell do I have to pay more for? Like, they'll block content, if you don't pay a certain price or whatever. That's stupid.
That's horrible. And we.
I was like, are we in North Korea?
Exactly.
That's what it feels like. It feels like communism. They're trying to restrict our use, trying to mask us from the rest of the world so that we can't interact with everybody else. Because, if we don't have internet, that's what's going to happen. Because, if the net neutrality, if they don't keep the net neutrality, that's what's going to happen. Internet's going to die here in the US because nobody's going to use it because they don't want to pay for it.
Well, so much for internet brides, huh? Man, that's going to suck for some guys.
Some guys. Or some girls. Yeah, I was like, come on, I don't want to fight for my simple, explicit rights. We've had net neutrality forever. Now you want to cancel it just so you can charge us more money for fucking internet than you're already charging, which is an arm and a fucking leg as it is. You people. You make me sick.
We need to rise up.
And it's a
storm the fucking gates.
I feel like it's right? It's like, how do you make a cable company? Like there used to be multiple, phone companies, and now there's only 3 of them?
Wait. Doesn't Amazon own, like, you try to watch or listen to music now, Amazon owns every frickin' thing. They probably own the internet too. People just don't know it.
Well, Google owns the internet. I don't know if Amazon owns Google.
I bet.
But yeah. Google owns a lot of everything. Like, they own the SEO business, making your website secure and stuff so people don't, fear going on your website to buy things. They control all the e-commerce shit, the ads, and everything. And then, Amazon does similar things, and it's like everybody's trying to take over everything. But a monopoly is what happens in most places, especially if they're little small towns. Like, Comcast is the only thing available, so you have no other freaking option. Or AT&T is only thing available, you have no other option. That's a monopoly. And, there used to be more cell phone companies than there is today. And now there's 3 main ones? T-Mobile,
something like that,
Verizon Wireless, and Sprint,
and AT&T.
But
so
AT&T is T-Mobile and Sprint are merging, so that's gonna happen. Yep. And then Nextel and Sprint long time ago merged. Remember Nextel?
Yeah, I remember Nextel.
Phone? Yeah, like had a walkie-talkie and a phone at the same time, and then
where are you at?
Well, we could always go back to strings and cans. That worked well before. I don't know why we left that idea. I'm for de-evolution.
De-evolution is good sometimes.
I just don't have enough rope.
Yes, right. Not enough rope. I have a landline. I don't use it though. But I forgot. So, the other day, I went to my aunt's house to pick up all the stuff I left at her house when I joined the army, right? Because, I left some stuff because she's planning on moving out of her house into probably a nursing home. So I picked up all my stuff. I was like, I don't remember any of this stuff. But, I was, looking through stuff. I was like, damn, that's kindergarten paper. I wrote a paper in kindergarten. Here it is. And I'm like...
Your manifesto, right? You wrote a manifesto in kindergarten.
I wrote a book in kindergarten, actually. It's called The First Halloween, but it's actually my first Halloween. We're going trick-or-treating by myself with my friends. And there's vampires... There's werewolves, there's witches, and there's crocodiles.
Oh my.
And it all ends with the crocodiles eating everybody.
Oh.
You know, crocodiles in the sewer.
Nom 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 nom.
And what was very weird about my story is that my friend Carrie, who I put in my story, and my friend Brianda were both with me, and we were trick-or-treating together, and then me and Brianda got kidnapped by the witches, and Carrie got kidnapped by the vampire, and she became a vampire, and she betrayed us. And then,
there you go.
Alligators ate us all.
Tasty little vamps you are.
I really didn't know how to end the story, and I needed to end the story because it was for one of them book contests where you submit stuff. But I was dyslexic, so everything I wrote didn't look like it looked like a Scrabble with the first letter and the last letter right, everything else wrong.
So, Jess, I know you sing. Do you write music too?
I used to when I was in high school. I haven't really wrote anything since actually Iraq. I wrote a couple songs in Iraq, and don't ask me where those went, but one involved my ex-husband. He pissed me off. Before he did what he did in 2012. He pissed me off in 2007 because rumors were going around I was having sex with other people in my unit, which I wasn't. I'm asexual. Does he not understand what asexual means? I have no fucking clue. But apparently he thought he could change me and become a sexual person. The only reason why I had sex was because I wanted a fucking baby, you fucking moron, not because I like sex. But yes, so basically he believed rumors that were going around in Iraq that I was having sex with people, and I don't even know how the rumors got from where I was, which was in bumfuck nowhere, Fob Kelsey, when he was in Baghdad. So yeah. Is CJ there?
Yeah, I'm still there.
But yes.
He's lost in all this, I can tell.
So, I don't know how those rumors happened or how they got to him, but apparently he believes the worst in me. I was like, how can you believe that? And then, to find out in 2012, or whatever, I don't know when he actually cheated on me, but he cheated on me with a 15-year-old fucking girl.
Ugh.
Exactly. Half his fucking age, he cheated on me with her. And, he's not allowed to see her, and she had a baby with him. So that made me clear that I'm never gonna...
Oh, God.
Yeah, so I'm never gonna have children, because that became clear.
So you wrote a song about this?
I wrote a song about him because he stabbed me in the back, so I wrote a song about him backstabbing me, and then I wrote another song about killing him. And then I wrote a song about a character in the book that I was writing at the time when I was in Iraq. It's called FLR, and it was a side character who was in a band called Armaic, and she was a general who worked for the bad man in the story, and she's a very side character, and she'll probably have her own book eventually that tells her how her story goes. And all my books are different characters, and they all interlock on a timeline that goes from the very beginning to the apocalypse. So it's a really huge series that I'm working on. And I have interlocking books, so I'm not publishing it until I finish, because I don't want to have, continuity issues like in Star Wars. Like, there's some issues because, it was years before things happened, before movies were created, and now Disney's is making movies for Star Wars, so obviously the content is not what it originally was about. And they cut out my favorite character, Mara Jade Skywalker. I am so mad. Give me my Mara Jade back, you assholes. I mean, they kept Thrawn, which was from the Timothy, I think it was Timothy Zahn series. the Zahn trilogy. But Mara Jade was in those books, you bloody bastards! And the truth of Veruca, you know, and Han and Leia are supposed to have twins, not just one Benjamin Solo. So yeah, there's some continuity issues with Star Wars, especially since George Lucas said, yes, it's canon! And then all of a sudden Disney's like, no, it's not! And there's so many comic books that have Mara Jade and stuff. And there's supposed to be a Mara Jade movie a while back ago when I discovered Star Wars, was when I was in middle school, and my uncle Bill had these VHS tapes, and I was like, what is Star Wars? He's like, you don't know what Star Wars is? I was like, no. Should I know what Star Wars is? He let me borrow his tapes. So I didn't give those tapes back until Christmas time, when I got a set of tapes for Christmas. So yeah, I watched 4, 5, and 6 every day for over a year. And so I memorized all the lines. I used to know all the credits, every single one of them, all the characters, all the actors who played in it, and everybody else. So I knew all the lines, and I would I used to write fan fiction before the internet was, you know, a thing.
So you never were a Trekkie?
No. Not until, what's his name from Heroes was in Star Trek. The movie. The newer movies, I think it was 2005. And then I was like, ooh, okay, I should watch Star Trek. I never watched it before. So, I like, what's his name? Mr. Spock is my favorite character, so yeah.
Well, in your club, you have all the live long and prosper hands in Second Life. Yeah, so I thought you were a Trekkie fan.
Well, I am a Trekkie fan now, but not when I was in high school. I didn't know about Star Trek then either. Except my dad was into it, and I wasn't really into it. It's more, well, when you think about it, Star Wars is more fantasy, which is what I write. I write fantasy books. Star Wars is more science fiction. I mean, Star Trek is more science fiction. It leads on a lot of fictional science. You know, there's a lot of science involved. Except for, I like, my favorite species, of course, is the Vulcan. Because they're more of a fantasy type character. That's why I like them. And
because they made, like, once every 100 years or something, too? Something shitty like that. Yes, something like that. Oh my god, too funny.
Yeah, too funny. I like them. They make more sense. Oh, come on, I'm on the fucking doing a fucking show. You can call me on Skype if you like, and I'll add. Oh, that's a good idea. I should add him to the chat. My web admin is calling me on my phone. You know, menacing OG. It's like, why didn't you get on the stupid show? You know I'm in the middle of a show. Oh, seriously. But yeah, I'm in the middle of a show and you're calling me. Why are you calling me right now? So yeah, I wasn't into Star Wars until like 2005, I think it was, when that first Star Trek movie came out with the guy who played in Heroes. What the fuck is his name? I don't even know. I can't remember his real name. I just know he played Sylar, right? Sylar, the watch evil villain dude in Heroes. Remember the TV show Heroes? I didn't really like the new Heroes Revisited or Reborn or Rebirth or some shit. I didn't like that one, but I did
Redumped.
Whatever it is. I do like the new Charms, though. The new Charms on CW is pretty good. I see it as a separate entity than the original, because I really like the original. But Buffy was more my thing over the Charmed original. I liked Buffy better, to be honest. But
Buffy's like the vampire slayer? What?
Yep.
I was way into vampires before I got into magic. Magic took a long time for me to want to get into it. Harry Potter helped. But yeah, so Charmed, I was like, I'll watch it because it's interesting, but it wasn't believable to me at the time. And then, Harry Potter happened, and I was like, I read the first book, and I was like, I don't like it. And then I saw the movie, and I was like, okay, I like it. Because I didn't understand the Quidditch. The Quidditch got me. I was like, what is going on? I couldn't visualize it until I actually saw it on the shiny silver screen, is what they call it, right?
So, what do you think about the new Lion King coming out?
Wait, I thought it already did come out.
It did?
No, it's not out yet. They keep advertising like it is out, but it's not out until... Or maybe it is out. I don't know. They've been advertising it on TV like crazy. It drives me nuts.
Yeah. I know why I'm asking is because the animation looks really cool in that. That's why I was asking.
I am actually rather not interested in it. Mainly because they created a film just to say, oh, look it's pretty. It's very real-like. I like the original 2D drawing versus the whole VFX, even though I'm getting a degree in VFX, CGI and animation and stuff like that. I understand, that it's really cool to make something that looks real, even though it's not real. But to have a whole movie with those types of characters in it, no, I just couldn't, no, I don't like it, not at all.
It doesn't resonate for you, okay.
But if it was like one animal, or like a couple animals and then some humans in there, and other elements other than just the talking animals and stuff like that, then I might be more interested. But I really like the 2D cartoon, and I really feel like this is just a poop on you, we got better special effects now kind of thing. But
so are you coming to California to see the Star Wars at Disneyland? It's like a year waiting list. Can you believe that, to get into the Star Wars tour?
I believe it.
I'm like, serious?
I believe it. I might come, we'll see. I've been to Disneyland once, when I was a child. Me, my dad, and my cousin, and my grandparents, when they lived in Phoenix, me and Dad and Miles went to visit Grandma and Grandpa, because Grandpa couldn't live outside of Arizona because of the, the weather. It helps with his heart condition, so he was there. So we were visiting him, and we went on a road trip. We went from Phoenix, Arizona, all the way to Disneyland, and we went to SeaWorld, and then Grandpa started getting sick, so we had to go home. We also stopped in Las Vegas, of course, because
of course.
I was a little kid, and I was like not old enough to gamble at the time, so me and my cousin Miles were all asking for quarters to play in the arcade.
Circus. So,
yeah.
Is that
and
still around?
We begged our grandparents to let us ride on that roller coaster that goes across the line. I still haven't been on that roller coaster. I don't know if it still exists, but it goes across the 3 borders at the corner between Nevada, I think it's Arizona, or is it New Mexico? I don't know, but California and all them. So it goes across all those state lines, this roller coaster, and me and Miles tried to get our grandparents to let us go on it, but that didn't happen. And then so Grandpa started getting sick, so we ended up going back to Arizona early, and then he passed away. That was a very good vacation, and it was a very sad event that happened, but at the time I don't see it as a sad event, even though he died. It was like my best vacation I had as a child, so it's like, I don't know. vacation I had because my mom wasn't there, and there was no fighting, like, because she would fight with me all the time about stupid shit. Like, no matter what I do, I was always the bad kid, even though I wasn't really a bad kid.
Best vacation. Okay, CJ, go. What's your best vacation?
Did he fall asleep on us?
He fell asleep.
No, I'm here.
He's thinking.
He's thinking so quietly, I didn't even hear him breathe.
Well, it's because I got the microphone kind of far. I'm using like a microphone, like on a stand and everything.
So am I.
Yeah, I've seen yours. Yeah, yours is nice. Tick tock.
All right, so why I came on your radio program today was to pick on you, and also to promote my virtual band, and to talk a little bit about them. Actually, 3 of my band members, my singer Rhonda, she actually is a real life. Get this, her claim to fame is she sang in Dollywood, real life.
Cool.
Yes, she's a country singer. She doesn't sing in Second Life. Her husband has a band which she manages real life. So I'm going to see if I could get her to come sing in SL just for fun, as a goof. Maybe we'll get her to sing at your club. She's into country, though. She won't sing industrial metal, which is a bummer. And then Sika, my drummer. I'm giving you their SL names, by the way. Sika, my drummer, is a real-life drummer. And she plays in a metal band. And she tours in the East Coast area with her band. And then Talon, who's my lead guitarist, he also lives on the East Coast, and he's a singer, and he performs at music fairs. And he's a storyteller, performer at musical fair events, like Renaissance type fairs, and so he's a performer at these type of places. So me, I don't have a music background, but I think it's important to bring music into Second Life, and DJs are important to enhance, what would we be if we didn't have music, the arts, and performance? So that's what has inspired me to start a band in Second Life. I think we need to enrich Second Life and give something back to the experience. I was working on a Relay for Life project, and with another band in Second Life, and then they offered me an opportunity to come play in their band, and then eventually I started my own band. So anyway, I'd love to see more of your listeners come into Second Life to see what an amazing club you have, Club Darkstar, and to come see us play. And hopefully we can get more people coming in. Don't you think we need more people coming into SL?
We need lots of people. 200,000 listeners. Don't you want to play with me? Don't you want to see me? Don't you want to join us at Club Darkstar? You can listen to the band play. I mean, they're not on the radio, but she's right here. You can hear her talking.
That's right. And
really epic Emily Autumn concert where I got kissed by a girl.
You were such a good sport on that. Well,
it's better me than someone who would be offended.
It's so true. You were our audience plant. But definitely, Jessika has really asked us to do some creative things. As an example, Emily Autumn, we've done David Bowie. She really challenges us a lot. So that's the fun part about working with Jessika. We try to make it special for her. But on the end of the month, on the 30th, we're going to be doing Nightwish, and I think that's going to be a really good show. So those of you who are Nightwish fans, come in and see us. I think you
must
might
come to Secondlife to see them, because I don't play those shows on the radio, mainly because there's no one talking and it's one man consecutively. It's not it's not within the rules of the radio etiquette to play one band at one time. Especially if it's very
visual. It's very visual.
And you gotta see the show. There's actually visual elements to it. Harlow works really hard designing her character, and she helps the other bands design their characters because they play parts, Yep.
So it's creative on many levels because we try to be very authentic when we're doing different bands. We make our avatar actually look like that band member of the real life person, and that takes a lot of time and dedication to do that. So even before we hit the stage, I mean, we've put in hours and hours into what we're going to do, what we're going to look like, believe it or not. And it just goes, bam, by in an hour,
And she also practices before she does the actual show. It's not just, I'm going to play a bunch of music and we're just going to stand on the stage looking like stooges. No, they practice.
Yeah, it's kind of like... for people who haven't been in Second Life, it's like theater almost. It involves so many different elements to put on a tribute band in Second Life. There's a lot of elements that go into it, and one of the things I'd like to be a little bit better at and learn from Jessika is about editing music. That I would like to grow to learn. And so hopefully in the future we'll be able to do that.
I edit audio, I edit video, I animate. I do a lot of things.
I know, it's pretty
creative person, and I just can't control I'm a writer. What else am I? God, I don't know. I have that fantasy series I talked about, but I also have a mini series, which is only 3 books, a trilogy, as you call it, and it's one of those choose your own adventure books. So what you do is you turn your turn page to whatever, and this is what happened. Like, you decide to make this choice or this choice or this choice. There's only 3 options, and then there's like 5 different endings at the end.
Wow, that is so cool.
And
could you have thought of something like that?
And it's a spy series, teenage spy series, and the origin is in France. It's like where the agency, it's called Les Agents. It means the agency, that's all it means. And then the opposing force is called Avant-Garde.
Very clever.
And there's some aspects of the book that are in French. So but I do have the translation next to it, so it's not like purely.
So have you published?
No, I'm still. It's a 3-book series, and it involves choice decisions. And obviously, when you make choice decisions, the option to die is actually in there. So obviously the trilogy can't be a trilogy if the character dies. So there's one storyline that's the main arc that goes to the next book and the next book, but there's options for you to die. It just has to happen because it's supposed to be fun like that. Like you die in a video game.
All right.
And you
Right.
die.
Well, I haven't been killed in Second Life yet.
I have.
Oh, you have?
Yes. There's
Serious?
there's role-playing games, and if you have killing on, you get sent home if you die.
Oh, but your avatar doesn't get, like, destroyed. You just get sent home. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. So, what if a vampire bites you in SL? Then what happens?
Well, if you play the game, then your soul gets taken away if they take your soul or whatever. It doesn't really turn you into a vampire if you decide you don't want to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
I know a bunch of
But your avatar doesn't die if you get bitten, right?
No. Well,
okay.
Unless you play that game, you could be like, it doesn't really die unless you decide you want to play that game that they played with you to make you a vampire on their system. But you don't have to play the game if you don't want to. Which
are there space vampires?
Of course, there's space vampires.
Really? I didn't know that. Really?
Yes, there's space vampires, and there's also killer clowns from outer space, and then.
Wow, I'm just so out of it.
I met a guy that was in that movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Christopher Titus is a great comedian. I met him a couple times.
I've met Tim Curry. Yeah, and the guy who played Lieutenant Dan, Gary Sinise.
Oh, nice, Gary Sinise. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I met
Lieutenant Dan.
I met Lieutenant Dan like 3 times in my army career. One time was at Fort Stewart. He was while I was in training. He was at our simulators and he was puking in a trash can. Because he got sick from the simulator. And then the second time I met him was at Fort Stewart, and the third time I met him was in Iraq.
Oh, cool.
So yes, I've met him a few times because he does the USO Lieutenant Dan band, and he plays music for everybody and sings, and it's pretty nice. He does Evanescence covers and other of different bands and things. It's pretty interesting. Oh, I got either a fly or a mosquito attacking me. Get away! Ah! Run away! Stop it! Stop attacking my face!
Help me!
Stop landing on my eye. It's not the.
Now that was a wicked movie. That they should remake The Fly again. Don't you think?
It's a tiny baby fly and it keeps landing on my eye.
Oh no!
It's like, stop it! I didn't want you in my
eye. See you.
And then it likes to land on my butt and my face. I'm like, get away from my face, get away from my butt, but you can land on my hand.
What was that guy, Jeffrey Goldblum, who played The Fly? They should redo The Fly.
Yeah, Jeff Goldblum, yeah.
Yeah. They should redo. That was a good flick.
And they should really redo Pink Panther.
Pink Panther?
Yeah.
Like the cartoon version?
No, like the movie version. You know that cartoons came from the opening credits of the movie, right? Like it wasn't really a cartoon at first. It was just the opening credits, just to
right.
But I really liked it. I really liked the opening credit cartoon in the movie. But yeah, I really like the cartoon too. That song, doo 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 doo.
Yeah.
Doo 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 doo.
Okay, this is a quiz. Who wrote that song?
Oh God.
Henry Mancini.
Yeah, that's right.
Bing, 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 bing.
Henry Mancini. Mm-hmm. And I also like the James Bond theme.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I really enjoy what is that other one? Fudge Nuts. I can't remember. I like a lot of 60s, spy stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, baby.
60s, yeah. You know what was really cool?
Especially
Get Smart. Get Smart.
The Avengers.
Get Smart, where he talked on his shoe phone.
Yeah.
Now, that was Way freaking cool.
Inspector Gadget was the 80s, but I like that.
Oh god, I loved Inspector Gadget.
And I really like the Matthew Broderick one.
I haven't seen that one. I've seen bits of it, but I haven't seen the whole thing.
Oh my god, I really liked it, but I like forgot what his first name is. Everett. Or is that his first name?
I wish they could see what you look like. She has the coolest avatar, like... Is there any way... There's no way to post it, huh? So people can see...
Screenshot.
You've seen it.
Yeah?
Especially since I took a picture of her and put, the times and stuff for the talk show. He saw it. Mm-hmm. That is my avatar. I am Nebula, the queen of Darkstar Radio. The cyborg queen of Darkstar Radio. Yeah. Sorry. Woo, I'm dying. I'm gonna die. I need something to drink and I have nothing available. So, let me put, let me get something. You guys talk amongst yourselves and, keep talking. I'll be right back, okay?
Oh, okay.
Alright.
I need something to drink. I'm out of Monster and I'm out of water. I got nothing available. What is wrong with me?
Like a desert. So CJ, are you coming to Cali when you blow that Arizona landmine, or what? Where are you going?
Only if I can afford it.
Very expensive.
I'm actually going out there next month. I'm going out to the OC Fair. I'm going to go see the Fab Four, Beatles tribute band, play all of Abbey Road with an orchestra. It's going to be really cool.
My ex-boyfriend used to have a Beatles tribute band.
Cool.
He was George. It was very cute.
Nice.
Yeah, I used to play Redondo Beach. There was a small club there that they played at on the pier in Redondo Beach. So
that's cool.
I think it's nice that people are still interested in the Beatles, don't you? That we haven't gotten so far away from our rock roots.
Yeah. I used to get picked on all the time for being a Beatles fan, and now look at it's everywhere. It's like even Google has used help in one of their commercials, which is really cool.
Well, I hate to admit it, I'm in my mid-50s. Cough, cough. And every time I turn on the TV, it's all music that I grew up with, and I kind of really enjoy that, to be honest with you. I do.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I used to not like it because I always thought songs were sacred. They shouldn't be used to sell stuff. But there's a few of them that that really got me. That was just it's like I don't want to think of yogurt when I hear the Kinks.
Well, it is what it is, right? But
and I'm learning to embrace it more. Because it's not going anywhere, so I still have to deal with it. Yeah.
So you play in a tribute yourself, real life, or mainly you just do DJ performance?
Well, I just started doing this DJ thing, and I've been a musician for 20 plus years, playing guitar, drums, and a little bit of bass and keyboards. I'm my own one-man band.
Love it.
Yeah. Yeah, and my brother and I, the two Costa Ricans, dun, 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 we play a lot of Beatles songs. We do a lot of songs from the 60s and whatnot, and I played some on the show earlier, which was very, very cool, which I was very proud to have done.
Doogie. I'm back.
Well,
oh, Sarah.
It's so great. We were talking about that he's very diverse in the amount of musical instruments he plays. I'm really impressed. He plays all those things. And
not well though, but at least I can.
Well,
yeah,
I can play guitar and piano, and I want a theremin.
Oh yes, that'd be cool.
I want a theremin. That's what I'm gonna.
You know what I want is a dingwall. Have you seen the dingwalls? They're frickin' hot guitars. Check them out.
Dingwalls, huh?
A dingwall. Mm-hmm. They make it awesome. Actually, Epica, the band, the bass player uses a dingwall, and I'm trying to get them to build me one in SL. So next time we do that show, we try to be authentic and actually use the equipment that real life. So even down to that, we research our characters, so we're very authentic in what we're using and playing on stage in Second Life. So yeah, I didn't have it in time for my Epica show this past week, but yeah, check it out. They make some nice guitars.
I'm looking up their website right now. If it'll load, you know. But yeah, I see a couple photos, and they look pretty cool.
Yeah, Epica uses them. The band Epica uses them. So yeah, I would like one for myself in real life. Drive my
nice looking.
Oh yeah,
that they're featuring on their website.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that one. I like the Afterburn. I want that one.
Yeah, I mean they're well, I guess they run about $2,000 for a guitar, and
yeah, it looks like yeah. Then again, so do Rickenbackers, so I can't talk about price. You know?
Right?
Oh, the Hellboy one looks really cool.
That's some nice stuff. I don't know. I will admit this. I don't know. Are they American made, or are they made in Ireland or something, or Scotland?
Let me see.
I think they're made in Europe. Maybe I'm wrong.
Let me look at the FAQ page.
Saskatoon.
Where's that?
Saskatoon, Canadian, huh?
SK is this
Canada.
They're made in Canada?
Saskatoon SK.
No.
Saskatoon is a straddling the South Saskatchewan River in Canada. Yeah. Canada.
Wow. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it?
A lot of musicians actually come from Canada. Some people that you don't want to mention, like Bieber, but yeah. And of course, I believe Avril Lavigne as well.
So they're Canadian made. Well, a lot of talent comes out of Canada, so why wouldn't they make great guitars?
Well,
they look pretty cool.
My family is actually famous for violins, and they're from Poland.
Wow, what's the name of the violins?
I don't remember. I just know that
we're very famous, but I don't know the name.
Polish violin, man. It's
that's
Stratohuvius,
right?
Not Polish. See, I can't even look it up.
So, when I was in school, I took band, and I learned to play the clarinet, the flute. I took lessons
from side of my family made them. I don't know if it was the Figura side or the Siscon side.
That's very interesting, though. So I can play them, but I'm not good at anything. Isn't that horrible?
I'm horrible at the violin, but I'm pretty good with piano, even though I can't play it anymore because of my hands. And I used to be good at guitar, except I can't do certain things with the guitar because my fingers aren't long enough to do certain things.
So while you were gone, me and CJ were talking about, he plays like 4 instruments. And so do you have a band in real life, CJ? That's what I was trying to
do. Yeah, my brother and I have a band. We're called the Two Costa Ricans.
Okay. Are you from Costa Rica?
We do it. No, it's our last name.
Oh.
Yes, CJ,
okay.
Costa Rica.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Yeah, I have no idea how we got the last name of Costa Rica, but whenever I can afford to do so, I'm going up on Ancestry.com and I'm going to find out what the heck happened. As far as I know, I have I've got on my dad's side of the family, or my dad's side of the family was Spanish. So my guess is that, they're from Spain. I wish I could.
Or Costa Rica. Just kidding.
Yeah, who knows? That's why I need to go onto Ancestry and find out.
Very cool. So what kind of music did your band
someday
play?
I'll do it.
I want to know more about your band.
We play a lot of stuff from the 60s and 70s. It's literally just the two of us, so it's just a guitar and some maracas and a tambourine, and we just play whatever we can pull off. Yeah, and there's a lot of songs that you can do with just the guitar and 2-part harmony.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of nice that clean, raw sound, right?
Yeah, we definitely, don't like. Well, we do like heavy stuff, it's like, but not as heavy as like the industrial stuff that you guys listen to. But we always, we try to, mix it up every now and then. Try to get some heavy stuff, some light stuff,
So mainly your tour, you've played in the Phoenix area. Where would someone see you and your bro playing?
We were based out of Tucson, and we haven't really played many. We haven't played any gigs up in Phoenix yet. That's hopefully we're going to change that. But we usually, right now, we're taking the year off from performing much because of the legal issue that I'm dealing with. It's all connected to that.
Okay.
So we've been doing a lot of stuff in the studio, and we've been releasing a song every month or 2 months. We just released a single for Father's Day, because our dad had turned 64 back in November, and we decided to do the Beatles When I'm 64 in an acoustic way. And
I'd love to hear it.
It turned out really good. And I did end up playing it on the show today. So when I get the edit done for this weekend up on Mixcloud, it'll be on that.
Awesome. I'll look forward to that. That's really
definitely.
Cool. That's very cool.
Yep. It was.
I was gonna say, where's Jess gone?
I'm still here.
She's drinking. She's drinking over there.
I'm drinking my sparkling ice orange mango drink.
Oh, I like those. Those are nice.
Mango is my favorite fruit, and it's all my grandpa's
Mango.
And it was my grandpa who died when I went to Arizona and had that vacation with. He introduced me to the mango, so I really like mangoes. Cool. Yeah,
I'm hooked on.
Mangoes are great.
I'm hooked on this.
Every time I eat a mango, I think of my grandpa because he introduced me to the mango, and it's like reminiscing and the good memories of him.
Cool.
Definitely. My memories of grandfather is lots of World War II stories because he was a Purple Heart recipient, and he used to say, my grandfather was so cute as a child. He played in a band actually when he came out of the war, and he played Spanish guitar, 12-string. So I'd sit and listen to him. He goes, "Come on, kid, I'm gonna play for you," and he played beautifully. It really left a big impression on me. It made me actually. That's my dream, to play Spanish guitar in real life. And he so inspired me. Yeah, he so inspired me. He played so beautifully, and so yeah, that's my grandpa story.
Yeah, I miss my grandpa.
Cool.
I think he was in World War II, but I was too young for him to talk about it with me, so I don't know. But my step-grandfather, who my grandmother married, and he died a week later.
Oh, no.
He was in World War II in the Navy. And I had some, I think it was, well, it might have been the Gulf War, I don't remember, but it pretty, yeah. I know that I have several family members that served in the Army or the Marines because of World War II, because, you know, during World War II is when most of my family moved over here.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I was not an American. Our family was not Americans until World War II.
So you come from a military family then?
Well,
you come from a military family, kind of?
When it comes to Vietnam and World War II, because a lot of us had, a lot of my family had to join to become citizens, you know.
I get you. Well, I'm so looking forward to when's your cloud going to be available, CJ? Tonight, so I could hear.
No, it'll be over. It'll be done over the weekend. So definitely by like Sunday, at least. Okay. Because my next day off is on Sunday, but I'm going to try to get it done. Try to get it edited and uploaded as soon as possibly. Maybe even tomorrow. Who knows? Depends on how much work I need to do to edit it.
How are you editing it? You're using an actual program, or Okay, so you're not.
Yeah, I use I use Audacity mostly.
I have Audacity.
It's freeware. Yeah,
I need
it's pretty easy.
Audacity.
Oh, it's pretty easy to use, especially if you've got the right equipment. I'm just using a Behringer USB interface, and that works just perfectly. And I'm using right now, and
maybe you can teach Harlow how to use Audacity, because
I like what I've got.
I only know how to use Adobe Audition. So, and she wants to know how to edit music.
Oh, I love Adobe Audition too.
I don't know how to use Audacity, and that's the only thing she has. So I'm like,
Yeah, I looked at it and I went, oh my god, because we were working on a project. It was for what was it? Emily Autumn, and I needed help in editing the sound, and I wasn't quite sure how to do it. So Jessika was and helped me. I have the program, and I went in. I went, oh my god, there's just like what?
There's well, there's a lot of YouTube help videos that you should check out.
I'm such a girl like that. I'm sorry, it's true.
And I am one of those people who learn how to do stuff on my own, and once I learn how to do something, I don't like to deviate from programs. Like, I first learned Blender, and then Blender kept breaking, so I said, fuck Blender. And then the Art Institute made me learn 3D Max, and now my new school is making me learn Maya. I hate Maya, but now I'm starting to like Maya now that I'm getting used to all the controls and things and stuff. It was just a headache to learn. I still don't know the shortcuts like I do with 3D Max, but I'm starting to like Maya again, which I never liked Maya. I really hated it.
So what I was trying to do in Audacity was make like 3 cuts. I needed to cut out like 3 sections of a concert that we were doing because it was too much talking. So we needed to get rid of that to condense it down because it was... Emily Autumn is more like a industrial opera, for a better word. I don't know.
Yes, I've heard of her. Yeah,
right.
She's pretty cool.
She's a very cool performance artist, and she's working on a Broadway musical. And I'm waiting for it. I'm going to New York to it.
We know it.
Nice.
We know it. And if everybody will donate $1, she can get there sooner, right?
Exactly.
Give us cash. Get her to New York.
Yeah.
So anyway, I have to learn freaking Audacity. Dang it!
Mm-hmm.
At some point.
It takes.
Well, it's pretty easy to use, especially if you're only just cutting bits out of a file. You know, it's not like you're using it as like a multi-track studio. You know, you're just taking one recording and shortening it. You know, and that's pretty easy to do in Audacity.
Okay.
Well,
somebody's
thingies, but I never knew how to use Audacity. I've been using Audition for like years now, since I started the TV radio broadcasting stuff.
I keep hearing.
Sarah's like, I'm gonna bark your heads off. So, oh my god, it's been almost 2 hours now. Look at that, time has flown. We've got
it has
minutes before the show is over.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Who could have thunk? Who could have thunk it? We did it. We did it. We did it.
We did it. We talked for hours of consistent content of Aimless Banter. Of course, we talked about random shit. That's what we do. It's called Aimless Banter for a reason. We're just going to come up with something to talk about, so you know, you listen to us. And we talked about everything underneath the sun. We talked about Harlow's band. We talked about CJ's band. We talked about real life. We talked about Secondlife. And we've talked about my life, and we talked about Harlow's life. We talked about everything underneath the sun.
So, if you want, now what we do, we need to get CJ to bring his band into SL. we have a theme here. We're going to corrupt everybody to come to SL.
Yes, come play
I'll try. I'll definitely give it a shot.
Oh, you'll have a blast. You really will, right? Won't he?
Uh-huh.
It's a mind.
There's a lot of things. Like, it's like an open, I guess, an open game. Like an open game platform. And you can build your own stuff, make your own things, bring it into the game. And that's what most of the stuff in the game is actually user-made content. It's not even made by the people who made the game.
A lot of creativity.
Oh, cool.
It's an amazing world. I mean, I came into Second Life in 2009. Wow. And I'm just totally blown away by the medium. And there's artists, there's real life singers in here, real life musicians in here, many real life musicians and singers in Second Life who perform and really make this a special place to be.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I will definitely check it out when I get the time.
Yeah, and when you have a better internet connection.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Don't worry. I'm trying to pay off Comcast so I can get it back. So slowly but surely.
Kick Comcast ass. That's what I say.
Oh yeah.
You didn't try a different cable, or they won't do it until you're paid off?
I could go through another company, but I'd rather just pay off No, it's not as good. I'd rather just pay off Comcast.
So they hijacked you, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
I just hate that.
Evil. Charge me $200 a month for some fucking shit. And like when they upped the price the other day or whatever, a couple of months ago, the internet kept hitting the shit. I was so mad. I was like, you raised the price on me, and then the internet's shit. Like, it got to the point where I could stream on the radio, I couldn't come on SL, and I couldn't go to websites, but I could stream on the radio.
Wow.
It was like DSN connection, whatever, some bullshit. They had to reset my modem like 3 times. DSN. It said DSN on the thing. No DSN connection.
Oh, okay.
So it's like...
I wonder...
that one, yeah.
Could you
I
do
thought
it
it was
off...
DNS.
For some reason I could do the radio, though. That was the weird thing. I could be on the radio, but nothing else. I couldn't go to websites. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't get music. I couldn't, download anything. I couldn't go to a website. So it was like, what do I do? So I guess I'm just going to play whatever I want to play and just talk to you guys since I can't go anywhere or do anything. And then I was like, Comcast, fix this thing right now! It's like, my life is on the internet. What are you doing?
You know what? If they look at how much free advertising they've gotten today, lucky bastards.
I know, right? Secondlife. Hey, I have my whole sim here, so I do have places to live. If you want to live in Secondlife, too bad it's not like a real house and you can actually live here. But if you want a real life house in here, you can.
Having a real life is underrated, isn't it?
Yes, I like the game.
Yeah,
so much
definitely. Reality sucks.
People, and they're from all over the world, because anyone who has internet connection who wants to play the game can play the game. And you go to secondlife.com, hit the join button, create an account, and then create an avatar. And then once you do that, you download a Second Life viewer. I use Firestorm. I believe Harlow uses Singularity. There's a bunch of other third-party viewers you can use. I prefer Firestorm over all, but I also use a program called Black Dragon when I want to take really good photos, because I like taking photos in Second Life. It's one of my hobbies. But yeah, so the show is almost coming to an end, guys. So CJ is going to be on the radio every Thursday, so you better stay tuned for him. I believe it's 2 to 4 p.m. Yes, 2 to 4 p.m. on PST for you guys. He's going to do his Shack thing, 60s and 70s, right?
Yep.
Aimless Banter has moved to a new time. It used to be 10 a.m. every day, Monday through Thursday, not Friday because I work 10 hours. And now it's 4 to 6 p.m. PST, 6 to 8 p.m. CST, here live at Darkstar Radio. And we're hanging out at Club Darkstar if you want to come in Second Life to, just chit-chat with us if you want. Don't see anybody here today, but you know what, I didn't post it on the SL event page because I was like, whatever, I'm doing a talk show anyway, Nobody wants to come to a talk show. They can listen in though, so yeah, so I like doing this talk show thing. It's more interesting when you can get other people involved in it. Thank you for participating, CJ, and thank you, Harlow, for participating.
Welcome.
You're welcome. Pleasure meeting you, CJ. Look forward to hearing your music.
Thank you.
Been a really good pleasure to have you on the show before this one. And Tuesdays and Thursdays, if you want to be a guest on Aimless Banter, you have to have Skype. You can contact me on any social media and say, hey, I want to be a guest, and then tell me what your Skype is, and I can add you to the call. So that's how I'm doing the talk show right now. I don't have a number that you can call to be on the show. I don't have that option. Sorry, it doesn't work that
All you'll get is heavy breathing.
Oh my god.
Yes, exactly. That's how it goes, So I don't have a phone number that you could call to be on the show yet. I haven't figured out how to do that. I do have a mixer board, which is what I use to sing, and I also use it for the talk show and just the microphone because it's a condenser microphone for singing, so that's what I use. And I know you have a stand for your microphone, right? But is it attached to your desk like an arm, or is it on the floor?
No, it's on the floor.
That I had one of those, and that was the most annoying thing ever. So I got the one that attaches to my desk.
I'm gonna buy one of those actually. I think I can get one, like a decent one for like $10 on eBay.
That would be nice.
Which is like eBay has been like my haven for like everything, where I don't have to go out into this heat and go shopping with the normies out there. You know, it's like I'm in my underwear. I'll just get everything off eBay. You know?
I did that with Amazon actually when I went to like.
Oh, wait! I have to know. Are you in your undies right now? What are you wearing?
Technically, I am in my undies. Technically.
Okay, I don't feel so bad then.
You're naked.
No, I'm
oh my god!
I remember you saying that, and you're like, "I turn this camera off." I'm like, "They can't see you." Oh, this was a great.
God, oh they're never going to let us on this program again. I just know it.
I swear. Eventually, I plan to make this talk show for the YouTube. You know, that'd be great. Maybe I could do the video thing in Secondlife and have the recording overlap, and we can all be sitting at the bar talking.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, I'm sitting next to Jessika in Secondlife right now at her bar.
Darkstar, sitting at the bar, drinking a drink, and, you know, it's a sci-fi bar, because it's Mustafar. Anyways, so, yeah, so 4 to 6 p.m. if you want to be a guest, you can email me if you like. Jessika Darkstar, JESSIKA DARKSTAR @gmail.com is my email. So if you want to be on the show, if you're a band, if you're just creative, or if you're just a normal person, you know, I don't care. If you want to be on the show, just get your ass on the show. You have to have Skype though, so Skype is a mandatory thing because I have issues with Discord, so talking on Discord, I don't know what it is. The sound isn't as good a quality as Skype is, so that's why I use Skype. Discord is another option I could use, but from my experience with Skype, the sound it's got like quality to it.
Just before we go, I just wanted to say, for those, if there's any Secondlife listeners out there, upcoming, we're doing Nightwish. Jess doesn't know this. We're going to do Lacuna Coil, and then probably Within Temptation. Those are probably the upcoming shows in the next few weeks. So if you're out there on Secondlife, come and see us.
All right, speaking of Within Temptation, I'm going to play my favorite song, and then we're going to say goodnight for the evening. My favorite song is actually a cover, and of course it's from a James Bond movie. It's Within Temptation, Skyfall. So you're going to hear this song, and then that's the end of our show. Come join us on Tuesday, or join me and whoever my guests are on Tuesday, 4 to 6 p.m. PST, 6 to 8 p.m. CST, and I forgot what the hell time it is, 7 to 9, I think, EST, and God knows whatever else time it is on wherever else on the planet you are. But thanks for tuning in to Aimless Banter. I'm Jessika Darkstar. My guests are Harlow and CJ. Thanks for spending time with us today.